This next couple, prior to being involved in ACN, were running two traditional businesses of their own when a friend of theirs introduced them to ACN 7.5 years ago. Having had a few years of network marketing experience in the past, they knew exactly what to look for in a network company: simplicity of the business model, a viable product that everyone needs and uses, and integrity and commitment of the leadership. They found all of this in ACN and started building their ACN business with determination. They are now reaping the rewards of their decision through the power of residual income on the thousands of customers all across Europe. Please help us to promote to the position of Regional Vice President Alex and Philly Alexander from Scotland.
When I wake up, well, I know I'm gonna be the man who wakes up next to you. When I go out, yeah, I know I'm gonna be the man who goes along with you. If I get drunk, well, I know I'm gonna be the man who gets up next to you. And if I heaver, yeah, I know I'm gonna be the man who's heavering to you. But I would walk 500 miles and I would walk 500 more just to be the man who walks 1,000 miles to fall down at your door. When I'm working, yes, I know I'm gonna be the man who's working hard for you. When the money walks 1,000 miles to fall down at your door. When I'm lonely, well, I know I'm gonna be the man who's lonely without you. And when I'm dreaming, well, I know I'm gonna dream about the time when I'm with you. When I go out, well, I know I'm gonna be the man who goes along with you. And when I come home, yes, I know I'm gonna be the man who comes back home with you. I'm gonna be the man who's coming home with you. But I would walk 500 miles and I would walk 500 more to be the man.
Woo. Thank you so much. Wow, it is great to get such a lovely warm welcome from you all, and it's quite overwhelming. We've been in this business for 7.5 years, and in actual fact, this few days is actually an anniversary, because on the 12th of October, I flew to Michigan to have a look at ACN in 1998. And the only reason I did that was because of a very special friend of mine who rang us one night at midnight, because he always forgets the time difference between the USA and UK. And we were lying in bed after a hard day, and I was drinking a glass of wine, and Alex was having a whiskey. What can you expect from a Scotsman? And we were not really looking for an opportunity. We were already running two traditional companies, one a manufacturing company, which we had just started up 2 years before. And if anyone has started up a manufacturing company from scratch, they'll know how hard it is. I was the managing director of that company, and Alex was the sales and marketing director. As a married couple, not two great positions to be in, as you're in quite a lot of conflict at times. But we were building that business, and it was our dream. We were passionate that that company was going to be a multi-million-pound company for us. We believed totally in the product that we had, and that we felt that it had a niche in the marketplace. So when Artie called, we really felt we were on our dream, But you know, Artie's very persuasive, and he opens your mind to things that sometimes you don't know that you're looking for at the time. So when he said to me and explained about deregulation, he just didn't tell me about it. When he explained how it could really create that residual income for us, where we could have that income without putting all the time that we were in our other businesses, it was very attractive. Unfortunately, for me, my brother became very ill and collapsed and was rushed into hospital down in London for a bleed in the brain. And I had 5 days and I was going out to Michigan. So I flew down to London, saw him, and then flew back and went out because I believed that if Artie felt it was so good, we really did need to look at it. When I got to Michigan, it took over 20 hours to get there because there were complications with flights. I got in at 5 o'clock in the morning only to find a note to say that I had to attend a breakfast meeting at 7:30. That's ACN, they're very committed. They work real hard. What I saw in that 5-day visit just absolutely blew my mind. I could see a commitment and an integrity that I had not seen in a company before. It was Mr. Greg Provenzano, the president of ACN, who met with me and 2 friends. And what really impressed me was that when we were leaving, we were in the hotel, which was next door to the office, and we saw this figure come running across the road. And it was Greg Provenzano. And he came up to us and said, "I had to say goodbye before you left." How many presidents of a company would do something like that? I got back to the UK and I flew back really without the aeroplane. We got started, we were very excited. But unfortunately in the UK, the British government reneged on full deregulation. For 5 years, we had to work with a PIN number, a national code, even when you rang a local call number. So we had lots of people that came in, we had lots of people that came out. We had lots of customers that came in, and we had lots of customers that went out. But we still believed in the dream. Our manufacturing company started to expand into the Japanese and Middle Eastern markets. So we invested a great deal of money and a great deal of time because we were running ACN alongside our main dream. Then what happened was the currency crash in the Far East meant that our business was taken away from us. In the UK, we had 14 companies go bankrupt on us, and we were left with massive debts. But what we did have, we had a dream of what ACN could do for us. We nearly lost our home, and we had to start again. And then what we did, we just worked where we could because we had to stay in Scotland, because that's where we had to earn our income. We changed direction, but unfortunately we too had a lot of personal tragedies. In the 7.5 years we've been building ACN, we have lost 9 family members, some extremely tragic. 2 of my nephews were killed in motor accidents, 11 months between each one, from my one sister. It's difficult when you're building this business and you have lots of things happen to you. It takes you off track, and it's very difficult to get back on track. But you know, what's been phenomenal for me in this business is the relationships. George Zalaki has been my mentor and friend for the last 7 years, and without him, I don't know whether I could really have survived some of the things that we've gone through. One of the things that he always says is just keep focused. Keep focused on where you're going. And that's what we did. And today, We have started again, and we're building a business strong in our own country, and then we'll move forward and move out. We have business in Australia and New Zealand that is building too, so one day maybe we can get there. But one of the things that I've learned in this business is very much that it's very important that you do the thing that you said you would do long after the time that you said it in has left you. And I learned that from George a long time ago, and it's so important. So all I say to you is, never quit, just keep growing, and you'll find success.